surgical, physical when I'm lyrical. So bat it down with medical, something critical. It's gonna take a miracle. Bright lights with the spiritual, written down like biblical. I finally reached the pinnacle. Yeah. Welcome to the house, the one they talking about. Word of mouth, the boxing playhouse, without a doubt. All the latest and greatest boxing news, that's what it's all about.
What's up? This is Sakura A, and of course, I am live with Laura, Lady Ramsey. That's right. She's in the house with us tonight after she's about to have a historic weekend of her own making. And it only took about, 30 years, Lady Ram?
Ooh, well, since 1996, so do the math. That's how long it's been. So
yes, and we definitely want to wish you a congratulations on that. Oh, I see we had Alex Ramos. He's still on here. Let me change that. Okay, so, basically, Lady Ram, we are just so excited for you. Boxing Playhouse has been watching you grow and mature into a businesswoman, as well as going ahead and just finalizing and putting the sprinkle, sparkle on an amazing boxing career right here in St. Pete, Florida. And that was that was during the pandemic that you had your heavyweight bout, making you the heavyweight champion, the #1 heavyweight in the world. I mean, what an amazing way if you're gonna go out, right?
absolutely, yep. That's the way I wanted to do it. And people kept saying, when was I going to retire? And I was like, I just need the right moment. I need the right opponent, and that's just kind of the way the cookie crumbles, so to speak.
I'm super excited that you actually had the opportunity to showcase your talent at different, divisions during your career. And also just the way in which you did it, because it wasn't the easy road by any means. And I want you to speak a little bit more on, giving encouragement to younger boxers that are just starting out and they are not the golden ticket type of stereotypical type boxer that gets all the clout, and how you can still come out on top and have an amazing career.
Right. Well, first of all, you definitely need, motivation. You need, that you need something, that fire of something. Sometimes it's a negative fire. In my sense, it was a negative fire that kept me driving. Hopefully, you'll find out about that in my documentary. But just hold on, cling on to something. It might be weight loss. It might be just becoming, healthier. But find that something to cling on to. And I started at 27 years of age, more on it was just a negative situation, a family dynamic situation that kept driving me and driving me. And to this day, it's still driving me, believe it or not. But I have to kind of close one chapter and open another chapter, or close one book and open another book, and use it, in a different, constructive manner. So for anybody out there that, can find that one fire that lights them up, I just would encourage you. I started at 27 and I ended at age 50, and you can do the same as well.
Absolutely.
Wow, awesome. That's awesome. And I will say this, if I could chime in.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Even though Sakura Armstrong and Emilio Santana hasn't visited me in Colombia, Lady Ram has.
Yes. Yeah. Hi, Daddy. And we're coming back in December, hopefully. Hopefully we'll be back in December.
I know Taz told me, she contacted me. She was like, hey, you're going to be out there? I think I will be. Where you going to be up? You going to be up there by Santa Marta?
I'm not exactly sure the directions of Colombia, but we're working on a fight for December for the ABO Jaguar title. But we're also trying to stir something up before then. Over in Colombia, there's a couple of things that I'm trying to juggle, in Carissa's career. So right now, I don't have any definite dates or any definite answers for you.
All right. Well, I don't. I just chimed in a little late, but for those of y'all, if y'all didn't get it already, not only was she a badass boxer, she's an awesome trainer too. You know what I mean? So she's kicking butt on the trainer aspect of things. But when you get out here, this is always on, especially for you.
Mm.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Yes.
All
Yeah.
right.
You've always extended the invite. You actually picked us up at the airport. And so I know your wife was with me, so that was
Yeah,
probably a little
my wife's right here. She
motivation.
got mad love for you.
Yeah. Tell her I said hello.
All right. So,
Lady,
what did
yeah.
I miss, Sakura? What did I miss?
Well, we were just getting ready to do, some of the background on her amazing career that has led up to her being a 2023 inductee for the Women's International Hall of Fame. This weekend, it's all going down in Las Vegas, guys. So if you are in Las Vegas and you can have a trip to their Hall of Fame, you got, what is it, Saturday and Sunday events?
Friday and Saturday.
Friday and Saturday events that you can actually take part in all the festivities and help congratulate and support all of the women that have been inducted. But getting back to your career, tell us a little bit about, how you started out in boxing.
Woo! Okay, so we're gonna go back in the dates of 1996. Um, I actually just was invited to a house party in Jacksonville, Florida, and that
Mm.
was on when Mike Tyson was the main event, and this is a common story that you will hear with Christy Martin and Deidre Gogerty. They were fighting on the undercard, but I had no idea. Never seen women's boxing. I just was at the house party trying to get my buffalo wing, grub on, and so I was so intrigued because I actually wanted to be a tennis star. I followed Zena Garrison and Martina Navratilova, Chris Everett. I followed them because I saw them on TV, and that's what I wanted to be on TV. So, it that quickly abruptly halted as soon as I saw that fight, and back in 1996, and 6 months later, I saw this guy wearing a boxing charm, and I asked him about the boxing term. I was like, you talk about basketball. Why are you in a boxing term? He said, you know what? I like basketball, but I love boxing. And
Hmm.
just the way he said it, I was like, okay, this might be somebody that could kind of lead me, to some links in Polk County. And so he said, if you're serious about what you're saying, if you're serious about boxing, I said, well, I don't know anything about it. I'm trying to find somebody. Can you help me? He said, meet me. He said, meet me at the stop sign by the White Rocky Road. And I'm like, that didn't sound too. That didn't sound.
That didn't
That
sound kosher.
sounded a little
Like, what are you
mysterious.
talking
But
about?
yeah, so he was like behind the Kmart, behind the white rocky road behind the Kmart. So I'm like, I said, you know what? Um, with that mentality that I had, you know what? I would beat this guy up if he tried something. So I met him at the stop sign behind Walmart where the white rocky road was. I didn't know what to expect. So he drove me back. I was in my car. He was in his car. He drove me back about probably a tenth of a mile. It curved around, and there was this makeshift um, gym that the Boys and Girls Club had had taken until they got the renovations for the newly renovated Boys and Girls Club in Winter Haven. So that was my start. This guy just with this charm just piqued my interest, and as they say, the rest is history.
Wow.
Yeah, for
What was
sure.
this gentleman's name?
I don't even know. All
No
I
way.
know that I don't even know. All I know is he was like a statistician. He had this real keen knowledge of Penny Hardaway with the Magic. He knew all the stats, how many rebounds, how many free throws. He was so on point with basketball, but he was wearing a boxing charm, so it was a little confusing for me. But thank God that I had that that desire to want to know. And thank God the way that I said it, he was able to lead me right to that White Rocky Road to the Winter Haven Boxing Club, which is the Boys and Girls Club.
See,
Hey, I would have been like scared to death. I'm like, what the hell he talking about? A rocky road? That sounds like some setups type stuff. I don't know.
either that or ice cream, Rocky Road ice cream. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah,
Yes, for sure.
the
Let's
road
look
is
at
there.
Lady Ring. The
The
road
road
to
is still
success.
there, but now it's Home Depot. So the road is
Oh,
still
okay.
there. Yeah.
Well, it's the road to success either way, right?
Yes.
It led to you to a wonderful boxing career.
Hmm.
Tell us about some of the boxers that you fought over the years that we would like recognize them, their names. Um,
Okay, so let's see. I fought Colette Yule. She was a multi world champion. Shout
okay.
out to my sis, my champ, Colette Yule out of North Carolina. I fought Sonya, I think it's Lamanakis. She's been inducted
Mhm.
as well. We fought in, I think it was
Coach Henson.
Connecticut. We fought in Connecticut in her hometown to a draw, but she actually was one of the ones that fought my daughter. My daughter would turn pro in 2010, and with Lou DeBella, she fought on the undercard against the same Sonya Lamanakis or Lamanakis. So I ended up fighting the same champion. So Sonya was able to fight the mother and the daughter within a 10, or like
Wow.
within a 7 year period. So those are the two that really kind of stood out. My turn, my what helped me become a champion was fighting what's her name? Ashi Ing. Conjestina Ashi Ing out of Africa. I flew to Africa and the first trip for whatever reason didn't happen. So they made it seem like that I didn't want to come, but there was really just mixed details. And so the second time I got a chance to go, I said, look, I want to go to the motherland. So if I didn't even win, I just wanted to go to Africa. So I just had to put big girl, my big girl trunks on and go over there, and kind of stand against the whole continent because she was not just the Kenyan, the queen of Kenya in boxing. The whole
Mhm.
continent of Africa was Conjestina. If you do research, she represented the whole continent. And so I was able to drop her
Wow.
4 times. Yeah, I was able to drop her 4 times in 6 rounds and snatch her GBU, the Global Boxing Union title, which was under the living legend of Barbara Bustrick, and come back to Florida and threw it in my trunk and kept on going.
Hmm.
Hey, wonderful accomplishment. That's what you call coming in as that underdog and
Oh,
making things happen. Is that something that you try to instill in your boxer, your current boxer and title holder, Carice Taz Brown?
well, I do try to, because the way I was labeled as the B side champion, like the B side fighter. I didn't have anybody. I didn't have sponsors. I was always on the road. I was recruiting, you know,
Mm-hmm.
every week a different trainer to help me learn something. My path was just not that typical boxing path. So I really didn't want to bring that on to the new generation of fighters as far as being a B-side fighter, but I did have to recruit some of those some of that experience and say, listen, you got to be ready, stay ready. Nobody's just going to hand it out for you. Boxing is not like that. I said,
Yeah.
if somebody hands it out for you, it's something that they expect in return, something mighty. So, with the big time promoters, you sign with them, but there's something you have to give them back. It's a relationship, it's a
Hmm.
marriage. So, we've tried, we did start, we signed with TNK for 2 years, and we thank God for TNK for, giving us that platform. We didn't have to be on the B side, we were the A side fighter. But then in between fights, I was able to either take B side fights or create fights of our own. So we kind of did a little mixture of scenarios to kind of keep her successful.
Wow.
Sure, you've done a great job at advancing her career, not just taking the fights that are easy to take, but also challenges that a lot of boxers nowadays that consider themselves top tier are not willing to do. So, big kudos to Team Ramsey and Team Brown for what y'all do for this sport.
Thank
Um, Yes. Now, I wanted to get to you as a promoter. A few months ago, you went to Monterrey, wasn't it Monterrey, Mexico? Um,
Yes.
and
Mon-
had your fight and had a fight card with Nestor. Oh no, what is his name? Neri.
yes.
Wartime promotions. Wartime promotions.
Wartime
What time?
Promotions.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Thanks,
Ernesto.
Danny.
Ernesto, super guy.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. So what you want to
If I
know?
may real quick, Ernesto, Jesus Escalera, TK Promotions, Wartime, they the real deal. They really good. They grind it out, man. They're real good people. And I know they do business with you. So,
Yes.
can't be wrong, right?
So that Lady Ram got to be on on the positive side of things too.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
I'm
Yes.
sorry.
So what do you want to know about it?
Tell us about the championship belts, the titles that were on the line, and just some of the things that you faced as being a newly not a new promoter because you've had other fights in the past, but as the first fight in a different country. Like, wow, mind blown.
So the hat, most of you know that I wear different hats. If you don't, just understand there's different hats to be worn. And I was not trying to be the promoter. I was more like an ambassador for the ABO, the American Boxing Organization championship titles. So I was
Okay.
I won the ABO national title. My I lost it. I Okay, let me start over. When I retired, I won the ABO Jaguar title. And so just as a repayment, I'm so with the ABO and what they're doing. They actually have a newspaper. There's some other things that's on the line, but I am just truly a magnet for the ABO. So I said, listen, he brought me in as the women's president of the title, and I was like, listen, I don't want to be. Thank you, and I did serve for several months. I said, but I have a fighter that wants to fight for your title, so I don't want to be the president as well as having a female, champion. So Carice did win the title in Kentucky. Said again.
Sorry, that was my
Oh,
phone.
oh. So Carice did win the title. So I said, listen, let me just be the brand ambassador for the ABO. I will help, I'll serve the same role as far as the same effort. It's just a different hat. So that being said, I wanted to create this championship, ABO championship title in Florida. I wanted to do it in Florida.
Right.
And, once I spoke to the commission and I looked at all of all the details and everything, it made more sense not to do it in Florida. So I still have the thought, I still want to do it in Florida, but I kind of just gravitated to Mexico. I had been over there about 5 or 6 times with War Promotions. And, there was some hit and miss situations, but he offered his platform. We took, a chance of going over there and just putting it was supposed to be um 8 titles on the line. No, six
Oh,
titles
was
on the line with 6 undercard fights. So it's supposed to be 12 bouts, 6 title belts, um two two 10 round, 2 8 round, 2 6 round titles, and the 6 undercards. So that card, I don't know. Once we made the poster, people start chiming in. We had so much traffic with the whole poster and everything. It was so much action. One by one, the fighters just start, drifting off. It was almost like somebody was trying to sabotage it, but to keep it
mm-hmm.
positive. I just knew I don't care if it was 2 or 3 fighters. I just knew it was something that I wanted to do. I had already, that was about a 6 to 8 month preparation,
Right.
planning, and I just wanted to say we did it. And we actually went over there. We had 5 bouts that was supposed to take place. Once we got there, the commission shot down one of them, which was Carice's, because she was going to fight within a 14-day window. She's going to be fighting within 13 days. So they blocked her pretty much from fighting, and she wasn't able to fight for the ABO. So we did have 4 female ABO title belts, thanks to War Promotions and the ABO title.
Right. And here's the thing that really impressed me is just your go-getter spirit, and the fact that you don't allow people to stop you from trying to pursue things, even though it is more difficult as an African American in boxing, period. So you have that experience, that wealth of knowledge on how to deal with some of these boxing characters.
Yes.
I haven't mastered that yet, of course, but I mean, you've done it successfully, so we definitely want to send you kudos to that. Like, send you shout outs and blessings to that as well.
Thank you. Thank you. I have one comment about that. It's a little joke, but you know how Swiss cheese look, right?
Right.
It have a bunch of holes in it, right? So, but you can grab a couple of pieces of Swiss cheese and throw it on a hot piece of hamburger meat, and it'll make a sandwich. So and we can eat. So I just kind of when things kind of go to the left, I try to reel in what I can reel in, and keep the best thing, keep whatever wants to be there, and then just kind of move forward. For that particular situation in Mexico, um I was able to recruit a female from France who actually flew in, and
Mm-hmm.
there was a girl from Colombia. Yeah, we had a girl from Colombia come.
Right.
So I think we represented 4 countries and 3 continents on that with those 4 fights. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. It was a lot of amazing things that went on when the card was first announced. To be honest with you, it was like a headbanger type of fight card, like with everybody who was anybody for the women's. And I think that idea just sparked some ideas with different people. And then they just started plucking off women that probably was out of their mind, they hadn't even thought about, and then they started offering them fights because they seen them on the amazing flyer that you and Nesto came up with. Like, I think that's what it was. But at the same time, you still made it work. You still
Mhm.
made it happen. And on top of that, you're going to continue to be doing things like that in the future, right?
Right. So yeah. So we're working on a couple of homeland states. I don't want to mention too much right now, but we're working on a
Mhm.
couple of states that we're going to be working out of, and going to be working with KO Promotions. Um,
Okay.
Not I'm with KO Sports.
I,
That's my company, KO Sports,
uh-huh.
KHAO, but I'll be working with KO Promotions that's also based out of Colombia. Mhm.
And what's theirs? KO?
Yeah,
Like
the letter K, the letter O.
KO?
Yeah,
Okay, because I know yours was called KO.
yeah. Mine is
But
KHAO.
spelled differently. Got it.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. So, what y'all got coming up next this weekend? First off, before we let you go, because I promised I wasn't even going to keep you that long, before we sign off, tell us about this weekend and some of the other amazing inductees that's going to be with you in this particular class.
Oh man, my memory is not just, my memory is not good with. I just remember Sonya. Some of the other ones I don't kind of remember the names.
I did
But this.
see WBC cares Jill Diamond. I know she's getting some inducted. I'm trying to think who else I saw up there. I
Yeah.
have the photo up here, but The photo
If you
they
call
did.
out the names, I'll say, I could make a point of probably most of them because that's
Yeah, I
what.
mean the photo that I had last with the pictures of everybody. I can't see their names on here. Like
Oh,
I got
okay.
pictures of them, but I don't see their names, so it's kind of hard for me to even say.
Yeah, there's actually two different posters. So
Okay.
yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, so this weekend, on Friday, I'll be leaving tomorrow, flying
Mhm.
over, and so Friday starts the festivities, and then Saturday will be the the formal induction. So I have to get my speech ready. I have so many people to thank. I'll be up there all night, so they only giving us a few minutes. So I'm trying to make it short and sweet, but I kind of get long winded sometimes. But I do have a lot of people to thank, and I just want to thank everybody right now. I can't call your name because it's too many to mention, but definitely thank everybody that has had their hands in my career as far as training me, but also um for everybody that just gave me kudos or just that attaboys, pat on the shoulder or whatever.
Yes.
I just thank everybody that, and I even, sometimes, like, I'm driven I'm driven with negativity. Like if something is said, like, hey, you're fat. Okay, I am fat, but that's gonna cost you. I'm that type of person. I use it as charcoal. I create the friction with the negativity. So a lot of people can't do that. They kind of get sidetracked. But ask anybody that's worked with me, if there's some negative, I can take any negative connotation, anything negative, and turn it into
A
the
positive.
some type of, yeah, something uh you know with fire. So my point is that um that I want to thank all those people who even doubted me or said
There you
something
go. Them haters,
about
baby. Get
about
them
the
haters.
about about women, black, even if it was a racial connotation, anything that was said back in the day, um I thank those people, because if it wasn't for them, people, they say great things all the time. That doesn't drive me. I'm not driven by that. I'm
Right.
driven, that's just the type of person that I was, per se, back then. So I thank those people, because I don't really know how far I would have, you know, went. I don't know how far I might have just kind of, okay, this is easy, because all the sports I played were easy. So, I was like, okay, if they said you're
Everything is
good,
easy for
you're
you.
great. Yeah, it probably would have flaked off. So I think some of the, I do think the negative, you said haters, whatever they call it. I think those people are
Yeah, that's the term, haters. I was just trying to look up the names here, but anyway, we got limited edition special autographs that's going to happen this weekend. And that is October 6th and 7th in Las Vegas. And it's going to be a very special weekend because it's the 10th anniversary of the Women's International Boxing Hall of Fame, and 20th year, I'm sorry, 25 years for the
right. Man.
yes, WBAN anniversary.
Right. The
So
Women's Boxing Archive Network.
the Archive Network, that's what that stands for. Okay.
Yes.
And
Yeah,
the
that was
in the
that. Yeah.
hotel, say
Say it
that
again.
again. Oh, and the hotel is going to be the Orleans Hotel and Casino. So pretty much right, it's very close to downtown. I mean, to the Strip area,
Right.
so not too far out of the way for people that'll be staying there. We got some congratulations here. Emilio Santana, he says,
Hey,
"Congratulations, Laura." And
thank
then,
you, Emilio.
yep, and then we got Jason. Jason says, "What's up?"
Oh, that's
And
Plant City. What's going on,
Plant
my Plant
City,
City
baby.
fam?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
And Carice, your wonderful boxer here, she is in the house here tonight. She says hi.
What's
And
up, Taz?
Ian, schoolboy, he says congratulations as well.
Thank you,
So
Ian Garrett. Appreciate it.
yes, I still am not. I don't know why I'm not being able to see everybody's names. But I mean, I know it's going to be a wonderful time, and I know past inductees also show up. So I think Bonnie Canino's pulling in for you. I think she might be on her way. I thought I saw
Hey.
something earlier.
Yeah. Now, Bonnie was my and Bonnie played a major role as well in my career. Bonnie was
Uh,
my when I was on Team USA. A lot of people don't know. I was on Team USA in 2003. Bonnie
wow.
was my coach when we went to Russia. When I fought against Russia and Russia. I fought against Sweden and Sweden. And Bonnie was my coach when we traveled to Russia for a duel. And so after that was in '03. Well, in '04, I think the age limit was like 35 to fight as an amateur. It was the Olympic year in '04, and there was no women boxing. I was undefeated in America, and
Mm.
I was number one. I was on Team USA. There was no Olympics for me to even fight, compete. So the next year in '04, my daughter was having a baby. I was going to be 35 coming up. And I was like, you know what? You know, I'm probably not gonna hang around amateur boxing for long. But Bonnie, she kind of started mentoring me, and next thing you know, I had a gym open, and she got me my first fight, down at the Coconut Creek Casino in Florida, and it just jump started my career. So, like, kudos to my mentor, Bonnie Canino. I appreciate you and I love you.
I realize that you are in a situation where it's like a long time coming that you get the accolades and for all the hard work. And I'm gonna end the show, but I cannot do it without mentioning Big Dreams Boxing Gym back in service, baby. And oh my goodness, have you been able to been mentors for many, many people in your generation and other generations that have needed support in the community there in Lakeland. And now, is that considered Plant City you're in now, or is it still considered on the Lakeland side?
It's just North Lakeland. Yeah, it's Lakeland,
No,
North
now
Lakeland.
in North Lakeland. Tell us about that and how excited you are to have your gym in a new location.
So technically, we moved over there 3 years ago. It'll be 3 years ago in November, and so the building was just it was a wreck. It needed a new roof. It was just a lot going on. So the owner, he, he recruited me to say, hey, this is my dream. I mean, this is what I envision, not this dream. This is what I envision. I want you to be a part of it. And I was like, hey, say less. Make me an offer and I'll shut down in a month. So he made me an offer. I shut down in a month, and we've been waiting for all of the revamping, the electrical. It was more to be done to the building than we thought, right? So now the new name is Lakeland Boxing and Fitness Academy, to kind of keep it more community based. And we're still trying to get in the building. I mean, we're still trying to open the doors. There was a big storm that came through, and we was trying to figure out where this water was coming from, and it flooded the building. So we kind of rectified that situation, but now there's one more thing that of leak where there's water coming under the door. Once we clear that situation, and get approved by the county, will be open. So it's been a
Oh,
long time coming.
wow.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming. I had people faithfully call me every month. Hey, is the gym open? And I appreciate everybody that's still trusting and believing. But it was just one of these situations. I couldn't really control it. It's not my building, but the offer still stood. And the ring is there, as you guys have seen me painting and pressure washing and everything else. So we're hopefully by November, hopefully we'll get the thumbs up, the green light to open the doors. So
But I'm so excited for that. Congratulations on that front as well. like I said, you are having a stellar year this year, especially with Taz just fresh coming off her win there in Atlanta, Georgia last month. That was also a hard, well-earned win that she had facing one of my other favorite girls, Serena. And
Yeah.
so I was just like super excited, and I was happy when I saw you guys having your victory. I'm sure that you guys are going to top this year off with even more celebrations of wins under Brown's record. So you guys are always been one of our close people in the area, and the truest friends that we could have in boxing. So we just appreciate you, and we just wanted to basically show our love to you for getting inducted into the Women's International Hall of Fame. So congratulations.
Thank you so much. We always gonna represent Boxing Playhouse. So whenever we get that stage and they give us, that light to display logos and everything, we definitely try to have your logo, that Boxing Playhouse logo, displayed somewhere, so that the people can see that we love you guys just the same.
Well, we definitely thank you for all the support over the years. And when you get inducted, we definitely will be sharing that link so everybody that's in here in the Central Florida area and Florida in general can see you finally get your accolades, baby. Haters
Hey,
and all.
you know what they say. Yesterday tomorrow's prices are not yesterday's prices. So once that induction happens, I'm like, yeah, today today's prices changed from yesterday. So that's all I had to say. I don't know how to say it exactly,
All right. You and Keith Thurman, y'all on the same, y'all got the same marketing team.
yeah. Yeah,
But
so.
congratulations. I know you got to get ready to go for that early flight. So I will just be in touch the rest of the weekend.
Okay, yeah, and I'll be going live and posting pictures and things like that. So thank you guys again for the invite. We love you, and we'll be speaking to you real soon. All right, and Danny, I should see you by the end of this year. Okay.
All right. Thank you so much, Lady Ram.
All right.
See
All
you
right. Love you.
soon.
All right. Peace out. Bye bye.
I'm very surgical, physical when I'm lyrical. So bat it down with medical, something critical. It's gonna take a miracle. Bright lights, but some spiritual. Written down like biblical. I finally reached the pinnacle. Yeah. Welcome to the house, the one they talking about. Word of mouth, the Boxing Playhouse, without a doubt. All the latest and greatest boxing news.